Okay, so think about it this way. 2 years ago, I paid about $120 one time for an AI image tool that literally just did one job: text to image. Well, flash forward to today, and there are now 311 one-click tools packed inside that exact same tool. And the crazy part? I'm on the exact same license, same single payment. So I went through the entire list, literally all of them. I'll save you the afternoon I lost doing it because let's be honest, most of them are not for you. But I found about 14 that will genuinely make you money. There's one that lets you reverse engineer literally any thumbnail on YouTube in about 4 seconds. Oh, and there's a massive refund condition you need to hear before you even think about buying anything. Quick context before we dive in. I've made faceless content for 8 years now. So for me, images are doing all the heavy lifting. Thumbnails, graphics, all the on-screen visuals. The tool is called ArtSpace, and it's been my regular go-to for over 2 years now. I actually bought it with my own money, and you're gonna see my real, actual account in every single clip we look at today. So here's the plan. We're gonna talk about what one click actually means. Then we'll break down the tools actually worth opening into 6 groups, ranked by how directly they're gonna pay you. And hey, make sure you stick around for group 5. Almost nobody is talking about it, and it's the exact section you can turn around and charge other people for. All right, let's break this down. What does one click actually mean? The pitch is super simple. You pick a tool, you upload an image, and you click. That's it. The prompt is already baked in. Under the hood, this thing is running premium AI models, stuff like Flux Context, Seedream, and Nano Banana. But the beauty is, you aren't sitting there juggling a bunch of sliders and settings. Now, here's the trade-off. You get a little less control, but there is basically zero learning curve. For some jobs, it's brilliant. For others, maybe not that much. Knowing the difference between those two is the whole entire point of this video. Let's get into group 1, the thumbnail stack. Look, if you're making faceless content, your thumbnail is basically your entire business. So we have to start here. The absolute workhorse of this app is still just plain old text to image. It's where the vast majority of my images come from. Let's do a real thumbnail prompt, live, right now. I'll type a hooded figure at a glowing laptop, dark room, blue rim lighting, cinematic, shocked expression. That right there is the exact style that half of tech YouTube runs on. Okay, so the first one it spits out, it's okay, I guess. Let's tweak 2 words and we go again. Boom. Here's another one. And guys, that is the honest rhythm here. You overproduce and then you just pick the best one. My license doesn't meter how many I generate, and building that habit beats relying on any single magic tool. Next up is add text. Look, historically, AI image tools have been famously terrible at text. You'd get garbled letters, weird invented alien alphabets. It was bad. Watch this. I'm gonna type $0 to $10,000 right onto that thumbnail we just made. Zoom in on that. Clean letters. Text rendering is the specific thing these newer models completely fixed, and it gets better with change text. This lets you edit words that are already inside an image, so I can swap that $10,000 to $25,000 without having to regenerate the whole picture. The end result? You stop having to build thumbnails across 2 different apps. No more exporting everything out to Canva just to lay text on top of it. Then we've got remove background. I use this one constantly. Honestly, I'd defend it at 3 times the price they charge. You just cut your subject out clean, drop them on a solid color block, and your thumbnail is done. Change scene works in the exact opposite direction. You keep the same character but drop them into a new location with 1 click. Just picture having a detective character for a true crime series. You put him in a rainy alley, then an interrogation room, then a courthouse. It's the exact same face every time, and suddenly your channel looks art-directed instead of just totally random. Rounding out group 1, we have Upscale and Sharpen Pro, and they always travel together. Every single image I ship gets an upscale pass. We're talking up to 4096 by 4096 pixels. Why? Because YouTube and other platforms compress the life out of everything. A soft source file will just turn to mush online. So here's the insider move. Generate small while you're experimenting, and then only upscale the winner. You iterate 3 times faster, and your final file still survives YouTube's compression algorithm. Moving on to group 2. This right here is honestly the whole reason I wanted to make this video. It's called Discover Prompt, and it generates a text prompt from an existing image. Read that again. Say there's this massive finance channel, and you just cannot crack how they make their thumbnails. They've got this glowing red arrow, really harsh side lighting, a totally desaturated background. You just drop their thumbnail in, and the tool hands you back the exact prompt that produces that specific look. Now be really careful here. Please don't just straight up copy someone else's thumbnail. That's just theft with extra steps. Study why their style works, and then point that prompt at your own subject. Use your topic, your text, but steal their lighting logic. Patterns are totally fair game, exact copies are not. There's also vibe transfer, which applies the feel of any reference image to a totally new photo. The real practical use for this is thumbnail consistency. Alright, group 3 is the brand kit. This is where a one-time tool quietly replaces an expensive designer. First is create logo. Now, I'm not going to oversell it. It is not going to outdesign a professional branding agency. But if you're launching a channel this week and your only alternative is having no logo at all, it easily clears that bar. Then we have Vectorize. This is the one people always skip, but you absolutely shouldn't. A raster logo breaks the second you need to blow it up big. If you want merch, print stuff, or a massive channel banner, a vector file scales infinitely. An animation avatar totally solves the mascot problem. The headline feature here is consistent characters. You get the exact same character across every single image you make, instead of getting a slightly different random cartoon face. Group 4. If you sell absolutely anything digital, these are going to directly affect your conversion rates. Book Mockup is amazing. You take a flat PDF cover, let's say it's for a 30-page YouTube growth guide you wrote, and it turns it into a physical hardcover book you look like you could pick up off a desk. It's the exact same file, but the perceived value just skyrocketed. Same with Device Mockup. Showing your Notion template displayed beautifully on a MacBook makes for an incredible sales page hero image. A standard cropped screenshot inside a rectangle? Yeah, not so much. Oh, and if you use Apply Logo t-shirt and chain it together with that Vectorize tool we just talked about, you essentially have a full print-on-demand front end. You can generate a minimalist gym slogan, vectorize it so it scales, mock it up onto a t-shirt, and list it for sale. There is zero Photoshop required in that entire chain. Okay, Group 5. This is the payoff. Whole sections of this tool's list aren't even aimed at creators at all. There's a real estate section, there's a car dealership section, there's a restaurant section. Guys, there is literally a tool just called Add Grill Marks. So here is the reframe. Those sections are aimed at businesses that will actually pay you to use them on their behalf. Take virtual staging. It furnishes empty rooms. You pair that with the empty room tool, declutter, changing the flooring, swapping the wall color, enhancing the lawn and the exterior. You literally have the entire before and after listing package that real estate agents already pay big money for. Pitching it is so easy. It looks like this. You find an agent with an empty listing online. You stage one of the photos and you email it to them with just one line. Hey, I did this to your Oak Street listing. Want the other 9 photos? There's also car wash. It turns a dirty car on a lot into something showroom clean. It does headlight restoration, damage fix-ups, it'll even blur out the license plate. That exact same pitching method works on any used car dealer with muddy, gross listing photos. Then there's better food photography. Plus this whole cluster of tools that honestly made me laugh out loud. Steam and sizzle, garnish and drizzle, grill marks, latte art. Every local restaurant with a terrible dark menu photo on DoorDash is a prospect. Just please keep it honest. Retouching a real dish they make is totally fine. But adding fake grill marks to a burger that were never there, that's just lying to a customer. And we can't forget the classic. Restore old photo and colorize. I tested the restoration tool on this really creased, heavily faded portrait. It's the exact kind of photo everyone's family has sitting in a shoebox somewhere. And man, it stopped me in my tracks for an hour. One click repairs all the damage. One more click and your grandparents' old black and white wedding photo is in full, vibrant color. Photo restoration has been a paid service on freelance marketplaces for a decade. It used to take serious Photoshop skill and over an hour to do. Now, it is a single click. Group 6. this is the part a sponsored ad would never, ever include. A massive chunk of the remaining tool count is just variations on a theme. Change hairstyle, change age, try on wedding dresses. They're fun for personal photos, sure, but for actually making money, I have never even opened them. And look, the body editing tools, the ones that change your weight or give you an hourglass figure, they work. But you really need to think twice before pointing those at photos of real, actual people. There is one exception here though, the cartoon transforms, making people look like Funko-style figures, minifigures, plushies, or trading cards. Each of these has had a massive viral moment on Shorts and TikTok because the before and after is just instantly legible to the viewer. So use them for reach, but don't try to build an entire channel relying on a trend. So here is the honest math. You are not buying 311 tools. You are buying the 14 tools that your workflow actually needs. The rest is just a bonus drawer. You need to price it out in your head accordingly. Speaking of pricing, let's get into it. And remember, this is as of the day I'm recording this. Always check the link because lifetime deals move around. There are 3 tiers and they are all one-time payments. You've got the starter tier at $59, Pro at $129, and Unlimited at $219. But here are the parts the sales page is definitely not going to lead with. First up, the tiers have monthly image caps. You get 300 generations on the starter plan and 1500 on Pro. Only the top tier is truly unlimited. And look, 300 sounds like a lot, right? Until you remember that overproduce habit we talked about earlier. It goes fast. Second, the starter tier has no canvas mode. That's the in-painting and out-painting layer that I use heavily for actual editing rather than just generating fresh images. That feature only starts at the Pro level. Third, and this is the big warning I promised you, the 7-day refund policy only applies if you have generated fewer than 100 images. The second you cross that line, your guarantee is completely gone. So if you buy it, you have to test it deliberately. Do not go in and binge generate 400 memes on day 2, or you're stuck with it. Also, my older license was a totally different deal from back in the day, so don't assume your terms exactly match mine. Read the tier you're buying. So the verdict. I paid exactly once over 2 years ago, and this app just keeps growing without ever hitting my credit card again. That's exactly why it's still sitting right in the middle of my workflow stack. The one-click suite is a genuine upgrade. It's not just some marketing number to look good on a landing page. But for me, it really just comes down to a handful of features. Text to image, the upscale, background removal, the canvas for edits, and now that Discover Prompt tool. Is it the absolute most cutting-edge model on the planet? No. If you need state-of-the-art, mind-blowing photorealism for high-end clients, you should go buy credits on a Frontier model instead. But this is for generating high volumes of really good images without ever seeing a monthly bill. If that sounds like you, the link below shows today's exact price. I'll see you in that next video.